Yeah, excited to, I guess, renew, if you could say, or if you want to say renew the series playing against Memphis. Obviously, since they've left Conference USA, we have not played them. I think this is a exciting opportunity for our fans, for our players, for myself. So much tradition between UAB and Memphis. I'm very happy to see this series begin again, and I think it'll be a good test. Coach Smith is doing a great job with his guys. They're 6-2, beat Iowa. They're a very good basketball team. Have a couple really talented players. So I think it'll be a really good game and hopefully the start of a great series.
With last night with Javian swapping out for Dirk, what went into that change, and what kind of I guess Javian, they have seen him kind of struggle a little bit shooting the ball this year. How did he kind of find that groove and play like he knew?
Yeah, the first part of it was Dirk had a foot sprain essentially after the Auburn game, so we weren't really sure. So he didn't practice the last two games, and he was kind of a game time decision for the Stephen F. Austin game. So we kind of just prepared that JD would start. He felt a lot better on game day and was able to play, and Dirk actually played really well. But so that's why Javian started. I thought Javian did a great job. I thought we saw what the coaching staff believes, how good the coaching staff believes Javian can be, and I think he showed it. He showed it last night. I think he has a lot of potential. Hopefully, this will continue to build confidence. I think starting for him as a freshman was also a confidence builder.
You think it'll continue that way?
Yeah, I think we're gonna kind of look at it before Friday, see how Dirk's feeling, see if he can practice. Dirk has a foot sprain that I think is gonna. It's not necessarily gonna go away right away, so he's gonna have to manage some pain. So I think it'll depend on practice and how he's feeling and kind of what we feel is best.
It's very early in the season, but do you feel like last night's win was almost the biggest of the year, just because getting you guys back on track mentally?
Probably, I think probably just because coming off the Auburn disappointment of Auburn, but I think George Washington, statistically and RPI, whatever, was probably overall a better win. I think they just won. They won at Harvard. They won at Temple last night. So they're without one of the players that we played against. But I think given the coming off the Auburn loss, I thought this probably was the biggest emotional win and victory we've had on another opponent's court, snapping the win streak that they had. I kind of would say that emotionally, I think that was the biggest one of the year.
I think you guys shot like 72% or something like that last night. How contagious is that? When one guy gets going.
Yep, I think it's huge when you see as a player a couple of your teammates making some shots early. Part of it is the way they play. I think the thing about we shot 72%, we turned it over 20 times because of the way they play. So we were able to get some layups. I would have liked when you shoot 72%, you would think you would score more than 84 points. But again, that was due to the turnovers. But it was contagious, I thought. And the other thing is we made some timely threes that we haven't made in a couple games. Baxter hit two, Javian hit one in the corner. So I thought those kind of got us going a little bit as well.
Javian's had some shots in home games where he missed everything.
Yep.
Corner threes. How big was that shot for him last night? And was it just kind of a mental thing for him? I mean, you said starting obviously helped him.
I think so. I think he's still adjusting to college basketball. You're right. He's had a lot of, and we've worked on the corner threes because he has kind of got a lot of them in our offense. But he had, I think, 10 points at half. He got to the free throw line a lot. He was playing well, and then for him to see that going, I think was just a momentum builder. But I recruited Javian, when I was assistant here for 2 years, and I've seen him make shots. He's a good shooter. He just that's why as a coaching staff we've been like, keep shooting. And I think for all young kids in college basketball, it's confidence. He was playing with confidence, and I'm hoping that can carry over because he showed some glimpses of, I think, how good he can be here in the future.
Do you think? Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. You guys have a bunch of pretty good athletes, but is he kind of almost at another level? Because I don't remember late in the first half of the Auburn game, he skied up to get an offensive rebound and had the last bucket in the first half.
You know what he has? Javian has great basketball instincts, and he's a much better ball handler and decision maker than I think people have seen. Part of that's our offense, but he has a very good, for a freshman, assist to turnover issue. He can create for others. He's made some good passes, but he can get into the lane. He's very quick. I think he can obviously jump, but he's one of the quickest guys we have laterally and going by people with the basketball. I don't know. I think it's hard to tell because of how difficult our schedule has been. Again, 4 losses. One is 48 hours after Nick tears his ACL. You know what I mean? The Auburn game. I don't know. I think we've played, again, I keep saying, one of the hardest schedules probably of anyone in our conference. And I think I don't know that we're necessarily better than our record today. I think we will be. I think that's the biggest thing. I think we are going to be better eventually than what our record has kind of shown. But it's part of the deal when you play a schedule that we've played.
What have you seen out of Dion so far as stepping into Nick's role?
Dion, I thought, played great last night. He was very disappointed, I think, with himself in the Auburn game. He thought he could have played better. We've challenged him a little bit. I think he's growing up in the position. He's not. He's different than Nick. I think that's one of the biggest things, and we have to offensively adjust to some of his strengths as the primary ball handler. But again, for a guy who's never played point guard up until 6 games ago, I think he's done an exceptional job of adjusting to that position, and I think he's only going to get better.
What is this Memphis team? When you watch them, what do you see?
They're very long and athletic. They have the Lawson brothers. One of them, I know, entered the NBA draft last year, almost stayed in. I think he will be probably sooner rather than later an NBA draft pick. They're scoring a lot of points, 85 points. They're very athletic. They play fast, and it's at their place. So I think when Coach Smith got the job, I know they had lost some guys, but he's done a really good job. They're 6-2. I mean, their only losses are Providence, and at Ole Miss. So they're going to be very good. It's going to be a great challenge for us. We're going to have to be able to score the basketball and and come up with some things to stop the Lawson brothers.
It was a big win. Positive step towards the right direction. Think that we come out and play as hard as we played last night against anybody. We'll be in the game. I think it's a big win for us.
What Javian show you last night?
He showed us what he's capable of doing. That's why Coach Easton recruited him here. He can play basketball. He just came out of his shell last night to me, really. Just was out there hooping.
He's kind of a guy that, in some games, he's kind of struggled shooting a little bit, I guess, until last night. Had he been playing better in practice, or was just kind of a mental thing, freshman block type?
Yeah, he's been playing pretty good in practice. Just think that every day after practice, him and Coach Kevin would get in the gym and shoot threes, shoot mid-range pull-ups, and I think that his hard work paid off in last night's game, and hopefully he will continue to get in the gym and continue to work on his game to help us out in the long run.
What does it say about this team's maturity to be able to put that loss Saturday against Auburn behind you guys and then bounce back?
Yeah, it's like just move on to the next game. Just come out, play hard as we can. Just don't think about the losses much. Just come out and try to win the next one.
You know much about Memphis and the rivalry, the past games they've had?
Not really. Not really.
Yeah. Just another big road challenge.
Yeah.
You guys have stopped 2 very long home win streaks in the year 2016. What is it about you guys' ability to go on the road and win? I think you said 11 out of the last 15 true road games you guys have won.
Yeah. Just think that's something that we embrace or something like that. The first time we did it was against ODU. And just the joy that we had of ending something that was going on for a long time. I just think that we love to end streaks around here for some reason. I don't know.
Is it more fun to go into somebody else's building and kind of shut their fans up?
Yeah. It's like when Coach House was here, he was like, we got to go in here and take their cookies, whatever. And we just make fun of it and just go out there and have fun with one another and try to win.